Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Thanks to all of you braving the storm today to be here, and thanks to all tuning in on our love stream. Maybe the wiser ones staying at home in their PJs. The weather outside is frightful, but inside it's so delightful, right? Let's get our service started with a song. Let's sing. Bring it on, sing loud and clear, with joy, change for the better.
Life is always changing, and I know change will do me good. Life is always changing, and I know change will do me good. When I stay in one place too long, I welcome change for the better. Something just feels wrong, I welcome change for the better. Nature's blooming round as always, change for the better. And I know change will do me good. Yes, I know I change for the better. Yes, I know change, it's all good. Life is always changing, and I know change will do me good. Life is always changing, and I know change will do me good. When I stay in one place too long, I welcome change for the better. Something just feels wrong, I welcome change for the better. Nature's blooming round as always, change for the better. And I know change will do me good. Yes, I know I change for the better. Yes, I know change, it's all good.
It's all good.
Just blooming around us.
I have to talk to Mother Nature about that.
Well, it's watering for the blooms. Happy 2024, everyone. Welcome to the new year, to our new Sunday service schedule, to the 1-year anniversary of moving from our cave to this place with lovely windows that let in the light, and the 1-year anniversary of the arrival of the brightest light we have here, our Reverend Cindy Edelson. We are so blessed. You made it. So, as always here, new things are coming your way, all designed to facilitate the transformation that you want to have happen in your life and in you. We are so grateful to those of you who braved the snow this morning, the few of you who did so, and also for all our love streamers who had the good sense to stay home and watch online. And we're so very, very glad you're with us. Please, love streamers, let us know where you are, share your name, your location, and connect with each other, just like we will here. My name is Linda Brewer. I am your service host for today. Our prayer practitioner this morning is our dear Lana Cairns. She'll be doing a reading, leading us in prayer. And holding high watch for us this morning is our dear Teresa Martin. She will be knowing throughout this service that the best and highest is unfolding as we share this sacred time together. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. So if you will, I invite you to join me in saying with feeling our purpose statement. We are an open, welcoming community celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. Thank you. Our theme for this month is the creative genius of you. And Reverend Cindy's focus this morning is on the divine plan. And Kopo Magic is in the house, sharing his special music this morning. So it's not only the first Sunday of the year, but it's the first Sunday of the month, and that means that we will have visioning in our downstairs classroom following the service. Visioning is the spiritual practice we use to ask Spirit to reveal to us its highest vision for some aspect of our personal or collective life, to show us the gifts and talents that we bring in order to manifest that vision, and to let us know what it is we need to let go of so we can move forward in that way. Everyone who joins us will enjoy a nice, warm, I saw the big pot of soup, lunch downstairs. So please join us as we vision for the best and highest for the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living in 2024. Do we have anyone visiting for the first time today? Raise your hand if that's the case. No? Okay. What? Nobody got out in the snow this morning to come check us out? I'm shocked. All right. So we had an amazing Burning Bowl service last Sunday evening, and if any of you missed that, you can watch it online and do all the processes that we did. And if you vision at home and you would like us to still mail you the letter, you can either bring that the next time you're at the center in a sealed envelope addressed to you, or you can even mail it to us inside another envelope, and we will mail it back to you at the beginning of December next year. So, did anybody miss the news and get here really late for the meditation service, or really early for this one? That the service was this service is starting at 11 and the meditation at 9:30. Well, that's the way it is from now on. So, and God laughed. So the 9:30 service is a sacred meditation service. It includes a short enlightening talk, and then this wonderful service will be at 11. Also, beginning this month, Youth Church will be on the second and fourth Sundays of the month, and on the other days, the kids will join us here, and we've got coloring books and crayons so their inner artist can be expressed while they're hanging out with us. Do what? Yes, the other Sunday. No, every day will be. No. Yes, the other Sundays. First, third, and fifth Sundays, the kids will be with us here. All right. Always remember there's lots of information on our hospitality table, and our amazing hospitality team is there to answer your questions for anything you have. And also, you can always check out our website, spirituallyfree.org, where you can find all kinds of stuff about who we are, our history, our philosophy, yada, yada, yada. It's all there. So, and you do already know that our center is famous for our amazing band. And the other amazing guest musicians we have every week. But did you know that we're starting a monthly open mic night? Yes, we are, right here. The first one of the year will be this coming Friday the 12th of January at 6:30 p.m. In addition to musicians, we invite any comics or poets or other performance artists to be part of this event. And audience members are welcome because performers need an audience, right? So if you're like me and you have no talent, you can come and just enjoy it. So. And Reverend Cindy will be starting the Foundations of the Science of Mind class February 1st. We'll talk more about that from up here in the coming weeks. But all the details are out on the hospitality table and on the website. And so this is that time in our center where we remind ourselves that the foundation of the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living is prayer. We were built on it. We continue to thrive on it and be transformed. And if anything is going on in your life that you would like a practitioner to know the best and highest for you, they will be in the room across the hall after the service. Please let them know for you There have been many times in my life, even as a practitioner, that I struggled to know the truth about something, and it really helps to have somebody know it for you until you can know it yourself. So please take advantage of that. You can also put a prayer request in at the hospitality table or on the website, and the practitioners will hold you in prayer if you do that. So now, as we prepare to be in prayer, I invite you to settle in. Allow Lana's reading and the centering music to connect you with that God that lives within you, and then Lana will lead us in prayer.
Thank you, Linda. Happy New Year, everyone. This is a quote just from Meister Eckhart. The eye through which I see God is the same eye through which God sees me. My eye and God's eye are one eye, one seeing, one knowing, and one love. And I'll read a passage now from Thoughts or Things by Ernest Holmes. A basic harmony must exist at the center of everything, or the universe itself would be a chaos. You already know this and believe it. Now you are going to act upon it. You are not only going to believe in it, you're going to act as though it were true, because it is true. There is peace at the center of your being, a peace that can be felt through the day and into the cool of the evening, when you have turned from your labor and the first star shines is the soft light of the sky. It broads over the earth quietly, tenderly, as a mother watches over her child. Say to yourself, in this peace that holds me so gently, I find strength and protection from all fear or anxiety. It is the peace of God in which I feel the love of a holy presence. I am so conscious of this love, this protection, that every sense of fear slips away from me as mist fades in the morning light. I see good in everything, God personalized in all people and everything living. I see that it unites everything from itself. I am one with this deep, abiding peace. I know that all is well.
There is one love. There is one power. There is one life eternal. God lives through me. I am His love. I am His power. I am His life eternal. God lives through me. There is one love. There is one power. There is one life eternal. God lives through me. I am His love. I am His power. I am His God lives through me.
So there is one life, one power, one presence. And I'm so grateful that I know this. I am so grateful for the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living reminding me of this truth that lives within me, that my soul, my being is eternal, is forever. And so I'm grateful for everyone here today, just always keeping our truths alive within each and every one of us. So I know that there is that one presence, one power, one source, one divinity, one holiness, one divine intelligence, one way, one power, one energy that infiltrates everything we see here on this planet and beyond. I know when I look at the Hubble telescope, I see this incredible dynamic energy of that universal source, millions, billions miles away from us, that we are this imagination, this power within us all the time. And I'm so grateful I know that there is just this one life, and that it bursts me, I return to it, that source of divinity, of holiness is alive within me. I know that this is the truth as I see my life, that the money I have is God's money, that the thoughts I have are God's thoughts, that I simply am open to receive all that is, that already exists here on this planet, is mine to have. And I have the strength and the power of self-belief to turn within to that source that is my unlimited supply in everything in life. And so I'm grateful for this. I'm connected to that one. I am the one. And so I bless this Sunday. I bless this new year of excitement, of having 2 services, of a foundations class that teaches our beliefs. I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for our band and all who serve on this Sunday, always keeping the light on for everyone here and for those that are in their pajamas online somewhere. I'm just so grateful and so abundant and so loving in this energy. It just changes my life. And so I'm grateful for this. I simply let it be. And together with one heartbeat, we simply say, and so it is. Amen. Namaste.
So a lot of our songs are affirmations. There's no exception to this one. As we consider the basics of our philosophy this month, this is one of my favorite songs that kind of encompasses a lot of what you heard in Lana's prayer. The whole service is going to be like a treatment, an affirmative prayer, right up until the very last song, I Release. So this is a wonderful song that talks about all that God is and our connection to it, which is that second stage in treatment, and even teases into the third step, affirming a realization for us. So this song is set in first person, so take that in, embody. I am one with God. I am one with God.
There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God. I am one with God. There is one life, there is one love, there is one
How cool it is that we have special music. Every Sunday, special music, even specialer than special this. Our wonderful guest today shared his talents at the meditation service. And I know for a fact that Kopo loves to do that. And he's just, he embodies that meditative presence in his music. So beautiful. So many different tools he used to get us to that place. You'll see this beautiful steel drum up here. I can't wait to hear him, what he's got planned for us today. Let's welcome back Kopo Magic.
Well, thank you. Thanks for letting me come and play on this snowy day. This mantra is about calling in the goodness, calling in the light and love. Sat City, City Akal. Sat City, City Call, Mahakal, Mahakal, Satanam, Kol Modit, Wahe Guru. Sat City, City Call, Mahakal, Mahakal, Satanam, Kol Modit, Wahe Guru. We all come from the one love, and to it we shall return. We all come from the one love, and to it we shall return. Return, 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 return to love. Mahakal, Satanam, Mahakal, Satanam, Mahakal, Satanam. Sat City, City Call, Mahakal, Mahakal, Satanam, Kol Modit, Wahe Guru. Sat City, City Call, Mahakal, Mahakal, Satanam, Kol, Morit, Waheguru. We all come from the one love, and to it we shall return. We all come from the one love, and to it we shall return. Return, 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 return to love. Return, 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 return to love, true love, sweet love, Satnam, Waheguru. Satnam.
Thank you, Kopo Magic. Return to love. That's gorgeous. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to 2024. And it's, Raj told me it's actually 364 days ago was our first service here in this room, with my first service as your senior minister. So happy anniversary to all of us. Yeah. It makes me giggle that the snow has returned as well on this day, because we all know what last year's season looked like as far as the snow. It was a lot. And I'm still not well practiced in driving in snow, by the way, but I got here safely because I stole my wife's car because she's got the four-wheel drive. So, hi, honey. I know you're at home watching. But all joking aside, we've been through a lot this year, haven't we? We've been through joyous times, celebrations. We've been through losses and grief. We've been through changes. We've been through a lot. And yet, what I know is that transformation happens here. And when I look out into the room and I see the faces of people that are sitting there, I know some of your personal stories, and I know that transformation has happened in your life. It certainly has happened in my life. So I also know some of those people that are online watching. I get to hear from them. Some of them are my relatives and friends from the Bay Area, and I know that transformation is happening for all that come and attend and stay open to what we're talking about in this room. Because we're doing more than talking, we're going deep, we're experiencing it, we're embodying these teachings together. So, I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that I get to play with all of you that want to go deep, that want to come into a place like this and have like-minded people so that you can actually have a deep discussion about life, about your life, about your loved one's life, your kid's life. So that's what I'm most grateful for. So, here's the theme for the year, a grand rising. And we're doing this together. And this month of the Genius of You is all about the basics from our book, The Science of Mind. And let me get a reading here. How many people in this room have ever opened this book? Okay, good, quite a few, and some people that haven't. That's great. Because in this book, there's an introductory area, and it's telling you the basic tenets of what we believe. And it unfolds like this. The first chapter is the thing itself. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Of course, I've rebranded it a little, because that's what I do. The next week is the way it works. And then we have some guest speakers that are going to talk about what it does. And then finally, how to use it. So you don't want to miss anything this month. This is very important basics of how we transform our lives using this philosophy. So part one, again, the thing itself, what I'm calling it is the divine plan. Now, I wasn't going to say this, but of course this has come up. I was talking to Gail earlier in my office, and I'm holding up this book that it might not be recognizable because this is an original 1926 text of The Science of Mind. Now, how did I get my hot little hands on this? I was in practitioner training, and I went to my mom's house, and her partner at the time, Stan, had giant wall of books. And I realized I had forgot my book, and I needed to do my reading for class. So I just stood there, and I stared at the bookshelf, and all of a sudden, I saw this. So, the thing itself. Talk about being on my own journey at the right place at the right time. This is how it works, right? Ernest Holmes, I'm just going to say a little bit about him. He is the founder of Holmes Institute and the writer of this profound book. He had a passion for knowing that these teachings could help people better their lives. So he wasn't really interested in necessarily having centers like this. He was all about the teaching. That's what he wanted to do. But he got his arm twisted a little bit, and they finally made the religious science churches, now called Centers for Spiritual Living. The thing that I love about him is he talked about what was common between all religions. And he talked about always staying open at the top. So sometimes you go to universities and they've taught the same stuff for decades and decades, and they don't want to change it even though new information has come in. New science has come in. Ernest Holmes said, stay open at the top. So the joke is you can't teach old dogma new tricks. Right? That's not what we're all about in this room. If something is said and you're like, wait, Reverend Cindy, I've learned something new about that, come talk to me about it. I'm open to that. So, Ernest Holmes knew how important it was to stay open to these discoveries, new discoveries and philosophies, and allow science and spirituality to commingle, to intermingle. And that's what's happened these years. There's so many amazing souls out there that have shown us that. The Greg Bradens of the world, the Bruce Liptons, the Dr. Sue. They have really shown us how science and spirituality are one. Speaking of dogma, I want to clear this up at the beginning of the year, the beginning of these 4 weeks. Ernest does use the word God in his book quite a bit. If you have come into this center and God is a triggering word for you and it makes you want to kind of shut down and not listen, I invite you to swap it out. Universe, spirit, love, heart, whatever works for you. Oneness, goddess, whatever works for you. I am not here to push this word on you. And I know some people in this room that it used to be triggering, but after being around this work, this philosophy, they've kind of softened into it, knowing that it's just another word for oneness, right? So I just wanted to say that up front. So Ernest starts that chapter of the thing itself by saying the study of science of mind is the study of first cause, spirit, mind, or that invisible essence, that ultimate stuff and intelligence which everything comes, the power back of creation. It is the thing itself. So, what I want to say about that is actually I want to show you a picture because this is a great way to relate it. So, tech team, if you can show the picture of the soulful self. There we go. So this is a Dr. Sue graphic. And if you notice at the top of the image is all this great light. That's the thing itself. That's what we're born from. That's where we come from and where we return to that Kopo was singing about. For me, I'm a visual person. I like to see it, and that helps me embody these teachings. So I wanted to show you this image. So as I keep reading this book over and over, it helps me relate it to the things that have really captured my attention. And one of those things is that Dr. Sue work called the Energy Codes. And she talks about this image a lot because you see, we all have access to the same stuff. That's what we're made of. That's who we are. No one person has more of this available to them than the next. That's the truth. It's just that some of us come into this life and things happen, life happens, and we make a decision that we don't have it available. That we are not as fortunate as others, not as abundant as others, not as healthy as others. The truth is it's all there for us. Whether we're 1 year old, 10 years old, 100 years old. So, one of the first points I want to bring out about the thing itself, or as I'm calling it, the divine plan, is that we all come from this same light, the same energy. That we are just living life as an individualized embodiment of this. That's what we are. Within this oneness, the universe does not play favorites. We might think it does, but it really doesn't. We all have the same access to all of this. So, sometimes people say to me, Reverend Cindy, why does prayer work for some but not others? Look, in our philosophy, what we have been taught and what we know is that there is not a big daddy God in the sky sitting there judging you, lifting his eyebrows when you do something or don't do something. The way it works is this beautiful, pristine light and love that we are, that we have access to. Some people are more in alignment to allow that download to happen in our lives. And some people are busy making sure that they are separate from it by judging. That's a good way to feel separate, is to judge not just yourself, but others. The minute a judgment comes out, instant separation. Some people don't resist the prayer, and some people do. And sometimes prayer doesn't seem to be out picturing, and it is, because sometimes we don't get what we think we want. We get what is ours, what is our meant to be, what is our purpose, what is our passion, what is our path. So sometimes we don't even recognize answered prayer. I was talking to my cousin a few days ago, and I was telling him, all this substance, all this available to us, it works. But it's like a toaster. If the toaster's sitting on the counter and it's not plugged in, it's not going to toast. We have to plug ourselves in through our spiritual practices. That's why we're going to come here at 9:30 every week to meditate together so that we can be plugged in. We should be in awe of this thing itself and not fear it. Because the more we show up as a thing itself, or as beings doing our divine plan, we're just following nature. Just like an acorn becomes an oak tree. The thing about that is sometimes the journey of the acorn is not pretty. It might get planted, it might get stepped on, it might get blown away, it might be a little sprout, it might go through all kinds of things until it becomes something beautiful and mighty. That's our path too. We all have that possibility and unlimited possibility to be magnificent beings by just doing what we're here called to do. So the truth is, behind every individual is the universe. So no matter what our path is, it's what we're here to do. And the universe, remember, is unlimited. It's unlimited. So Holmes said, this is the simple meaning of a true metaphysical teaching. The study of life and the nature of law governed and directed by thought, always conscious that we live in a spiritual universe that God is in, through, and around, and for us. Again, swap up that word God if it doesn't work for you. So, my second point is that all thought is creative. Now, I'm going through this pretty quick. Let me tell you something. These 4 points that we're talking about in this book are the most important points to get about this teaching and this philosophy. And if you haven't taken foundations, or you took it 20 or 30 years ago, I invite you to come, because we're going to dive into all of this at a very deep level. So all thought is creative. Since we're truly individualized expression of the one, there is never a mistake in the one. You're not a mistake. You're not broken. You are who you are meant to be. The minute we start comparing ourselves to others, that's the beginning of the end, right? Because since all thought is creative, you take those great grand thoughts and create this grand life, just like you can take these thoughts of less than or not enoughness and create more of that in your life. It always works, people. I like to say it always works 24/7, 365. It always works. You are always right. So, Holmes said that to learn how to think is to learn how to live. That's a good one. When I first started going to these kind of centers, they always said, change your thinking, change your life. Everyone's heard that? Change your thinking, change your life. I have found for me that it's changed my beliefs, changed my behavior, changed my life and my thinking. But there's more to it than just thinking. As we practice knowing the truth of our wholeness, abundance, and connectedness, we harness this truth of the endless expansion. I can talk to that endless expansion. I can tell you that maybe 20 years ago, there's no way I thought I'd be up here. 10 years ago, probably not either. Maybe it's been within the last decade that I got to where I'm meant to be. My tree and my roots have dug deep and I'm sprouting. I'm not where I'm going to be. I'm on my journey, just like all of you are. So I wanted to share one story of expansion and connectivity and how one person can show up and really truly be the light for someone else. There's a story of these two gentlemen, Brian Peterson and Matt Ferris. They met in Santa Ana, California. And every day, Peterson would pass by Ferris, who had been homeless for more than a decade. But it took him some guts and some time, he finally admitted, to finally walk up and talk to him and see what this guy's life was all about. He said he had butterflies in his stomach, and he introduced himself, and he apologized. He said, I'm sorry for driving by you hundreds of times without saying hi, because you were just right outside my building. So Ferris remembers the encounter as a sincere one. He knew he was really being sincere about this. And he started asking lots of questions like, what did he want to do with his life? And asked him about what was important to him as a person. Well, he told Peterson he moved to California from Kentucky to be a musician. And some things just didn't work out. During that first conversation, they discovered that he had realized he hadn't picked up his paintbrushes in many, many years. That they were both had this commonality. They were artists. So, Peterson felt inspired. He hadn't painted in years, and he took out his paintbrushes and said, I would like to paint your portrait. Is that okay? So tech team, if you can show that portrait. This is a portrait of Matt Ferris. Here we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Matt said, well, I'm not really photogenic. And Peterson said, I see a man who moved from Kentucky, the guy who came out here to pursue a music career. And I hadn't painted in years, but you captured my heart. And you inspired me. And I needed to do this painting. So when Ferris asked what he wanted to do with the proceeds, because he did this painting and then sold it, Peterson suggested, well, maybe you want a hotel room or some new clothes or something like that, something very practical. And he said, no, that all sounds nice, but I want to record a CD. Musicians in this room are like, yeah, that's what I'd want to do. Absolutely. So Ferris, he made sure that that was going to happen in a remarkable way, because originally they couldn't find a drummer. And they were going to just use a synthesized drum. And Ferris said, nope, no way. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. And Peterson said, how many times in his life had he settled for less? He learned a big lesson that day. So Ferris, who was still homeless for a while, had finished recording the album while he doesn't know how many years it will reach. He's grateful for this very unlikely friendship. So Peterson tells Ferris, you've shown me things may not always be what they seem. And there's always a new way of looking at the world. And everyone deserves to be seen with the eyes of love. Since befriending Matt, Brian started a nonprofit called Faces of Santa Ana. And what he does is he paints portraits of homeless people and he sells them, and he gives that money to the person that needs that money, the homeless person. Now, Matt does have a full album. It's called Polar Scale. It was released in December 2017. So to me, this is a story of a divine plan. The thing itself. God as us, through us. The third point I wanted to make about this first chapter is that this divine plan is really all there is. It's all there is. Whether you call it God, Spirit, goodness, energy, light, the I am that I am, we are here carrying out those plans. This is why we have hands and we can take steps and we can use our voice and we can see through our eyes. And if we don't have all of those, there's always ways that we can communicate and express ourselves. So the important thing is, as we talk about the I am that I am, we need to be very conscious about what we say after I am. I am tired. I am a being of unlimited energy and love. You hear the difference? I feel the difference by saying that both ways. I am broke. I am grateful for all that I have. I am abundant. Big difference, right? So let's do this particular affirmation together. Say it after me. I am pure spirit, creative, loving, and free. Again, I am pure spirit, Creative, loving, and free. Okay, stand up this time. If you can. All right. Put everything into it. I am pure spirit. Creative, loving, and free. I am pure spirit. Creative, loving, and free. Awesome, awesome. Beautiful. If you're a person that has affirmations as part of your spiritual practices, this is beautiful. Do this every day. And if you catch yourself saying, I'm tired, don't get mad at yourself. Just say, wait, I can say that differently. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. You know, it takes time. I remember 20 years ago becoming a practitioner and people asking me, you know, how did you reprogram your mind to change your life, to think differently and change your life? Practice, practice, and more practice until it becomes a part of you, until it becomes natural, until it becomes who you are and the way you show up. Because we know that, you know, sometimes life takes turns, can be challenging, and the adults in our life don't know always the best way to handle it. So we learn things that, you know, could have been taught to us differently. Let's say it that way. So these first four chapters, they're rich and dense with this wonderful material. And they are a part of the whole entire book. So if you can get these first four concepts, you're well on your way. Whether you've studied it at all or never studied it, whether you studied it 30 years ago, I'm telling you, I'm inviting you, come to the foundations class. If you're new at our center, I know there's some new people at our center that want to know how to be friends with all of us. Come to class. This is how we get to know each other on a deeper level. By the way, I know we're not quite talking about the class yet, but I want to give you a little preview, and that is that for those of you, and I'm talking to you online, for those of you that are far away, we're doing a hybrid class. Raj is helping me make sure that the technology will be fantastic, so you can see everything and hear everything and really be involved in the class. So we'll do it part on Zoom and part live in the room. So it's going to be a great experience for everybody starting February 1st. More information online and on the table outside. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be with this beautiful community and to have served for my first year and to made it through snowstorms without crashing the car. I'm grateful to have all the love and support of all of you and to have such a beautiful community that wants to have these deep conversations and do this beautiful growth work, because this is what I was called to do and be. Your senior minister. Let's pray. Let's just take in a nice deep breath. And I always set the table of prayer with gratitude. Grateful for this place and space we call Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. Grateful for Ernest Holmes and his wisdom and his beautiful writings that we get to partake on, even if we have to change the language a little because of the way it was written long ago. There's so much wisdom here. There's wisdom here that really does change our lives and helps us live better lives, more abundant lives, healthy and whole lives, lives that serve this planet in such a profound way. So how grateful I am to Ernest Holmes and all of his mystics and gurus and sages and all the studying that he did to bring this teaching to our eyes, to our hearts, to our lives. And I'm grateful to know that there is just one power, presence, love. Doesn't matter what you call it, whether it's God or Yeshua, the way, wisdom, divine mind, light, energy, source, goddess, spirit. Whatever you call it, this oneness that's in and through all things everywhere, in every snowflake out there, in every tree branch that is collecting that snow, and every bloom and blossom that is under the ground just waiting to sprout in the spring, that's getting nourished by this water, by this moisture. It's simply everywhere. It's every star and planet in the sky, and every sentient being on this planet, and every animal, whether it's flying or slithering or hopping or walking or running, jumping. So knowing that there's only one and it's everywhere and everything, I claim and know that it is me, through me, as my voice. Every thought that I think is that of the one, of the universe, of the divine mind, the thing itself. And I know the same truth for every individual that's within earshot of my voice, online, in this room, whether now live or listening to this later. That we are one and the same as the one, always, always, always connected and part of this divine matrix of life. So knowing that truth, I claim and know for my beloveds in this room that are going through challenges, whether it's losses, whether it's health challenges, whether it's relationship challenges. It doesn't matter what's going in, the situation is being held by that of the one. That you are not alone. That all the practitioners in this room are knowing the truth for you. Knowing that you and I and we are always one with the one, and have access to that great light that we saw in that beautiful example, in that image. That's the truth of who and what we are. That's our baby picture, that light. And that's the place that we get to return to someday. In the meantime, living this beautiful life as these light beings, we also go through these human things. And I know that whatever your prayer is today is my prayer too. It's our prayer too. Whether it's for health for yourself or your loved one, whether it's for abundance, for your own beautiful sanctuary space that you call home, whether it's for all countries to experience and know peace, whether it's for your own soul to know peace of mind. So in this moment, I ask that you state your name and the names of loved ones in your life that are needing prayer on this day. Cindy. So as we utter those names, we know that we're creating this beautiful vortex of love where we're affirming what is our birthright. We're affirming that we are part and a part of nature, that our lives can't help be anything else because there's only this oneness. So within this beautiful state of consciousness, I claim and know that I'm grateful for answered prayer that's happened in this moment on this day, happened now. No waiting in God's time, it's done now. And for this, I just allow it to slip away from my hands and release it into the oneness, knowing It's all good. It's all spirit. It's all oneness. And it's all done in the heart and mind of God. And please join me to anchor this prayer by saying, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. So as the ushers are getting ready, just take a moment to feel how it feels to have all that we have. The cars that got us here to this room, the warm place that keeps us out of the snow and the rain, the friends that we have in this room and the families that we love. Think of how blessed we are. And I'm just starting this year of givingness by saying thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all of you that give consciously, consistently, that allow us to have beautiful services like this, that allow us to expand what we do, to have this wonderful music program and musicians and musical directors. Thank you for giving. Thank you for participating and for being here. So our gifts went to the other room, but that's okay. We know that they're blessed. We know that they multiply abundantly. And let's just say together again, and so it is. Amen.
Hey, Kopo, come on up. Let's hear another song, Kopo Magic.
I'm going to stop you right there, Kopo. Because I'm the board president, I can do that. I don't really have that much power. But, being that this is Reverend Cindy's 1 year. Oh, you are right there. The board wants to express our appreciation for everything that you've brought to us. Thinking about today's service with our opening song, Change for the Better, you have brought the change for the better for the Centers for Spiritual Living. Yes. And as you mentioned in resisting prayer, I think over the last 6 years, or the 6 years before the year that you were here, we were resisting bringing all of us together and being a healthy center. And I think we finally found that true prayer where we all embraced how wonderful of a person we could have with us. And we appreciate you and your lovely wife, Bren. And I think the future is going to be very bright for all of us. I'm going to turn this over to Robert real quick.
All right, so we have this card for you. Some little cakes here, chocolate, and a vanilla for your wife, so you can make that one home. And then we'll have some small cakes outside for everybody. Also, we have this card. It'll be on the table if you'd like to write a little message to Cindy, how much she's meant to you and how much she's going to mean to you and whatever, please sign this. It'll be outside. Alrighty?
Thank you.
A whole year. We made it. This is a call and response. Here we go. Om. 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 Satanam. 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 G. Satanam. 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 G. G. Om. 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 Satanam. 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 G. 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 Waheguru. 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 Waheguruji. 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 Satanam. 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 G. Satanam. 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 G. Satanam. G. Om. 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 Satanam. G. Satanam. G. Satanam. G. Satanam. G. Waheguruji. Waheguruji. Satanam. Satanam. I believe in love. 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 Satanam, 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 Ji. Satanam, 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 Ji. Satanam, 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 Ji. Satanam, 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 Ji. Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru Ji. Waheguru Ji. Waheguru Ji. Waheguru Ji. Satanam, 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 Ji. Satanam, 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 Waheguru Ji. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru Ji. Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Waheguru Ji. Waheguru Ji. Waheguru Ji. Waheguru Ji. Satanam, 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 Waheguru Ji. Satanam, 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 Waheguru Ji. Om, 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 Om,
Kopo Magic. Find them on iTunes. Pick up some tunes. Thank you so much, Reverend Cindy, not only for this whole year you've given us, but the message today was beautiful. Yeah. I appreciate so much coming to this philosophy. Changing your belief to change your life really resonates. I just had a limited idea of what God was, and it was in the framework of a certain religious institution, and there were rules to follow and a formula for my life, and it just got to a point where I didn't believe it anymore. And left it and felt kind of lost. I'm so grateful to have found this philosophy that embraces the idea that you can't put limits on the divine. It's unlimited. How can you put God in a box? So we all, through these tools, this wonderful teaching, I've taken Foundations 4 times. Take it again. It evolves just like the philosophy evolves. Open at the top. New information comes, and we put it into this teaching. So take advantage of that. Don't forget our visioning following the service downstairs in the classroom. And of course, if you'd like a spiritual mind treatment, an affirmative prayer, you can meet with a practitioner across the hall and take advantage of that. Let's stand up. Be safe in the snow. Let's sing us out. Beautiful song by Ricky Byers, I Release.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you got to say. I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Said I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Said I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Said I am free in the spirit. Yes, I